Hey, what's up? My name is JM Chaley and welcome to my channel. This week we're going to talk about romance tropes that I can't stand. Now, disclaimer, you may like some of these, but I don't. These are my tastes. You don't have to agree. It's fine. It's all good. Also, this is coming from a guy that really doesn't read the romance genre. So I can kind of take or leave a romance arc in a story. But there are certain things about the romance genre that contain these particular tropes that are usually the culprits that keep me away. And I'm going to go into them right now. Number one, stupid meet cutes. Now, I know meet cutes are not necessarily supposed to be cute, even though it says meet cute, but they should be compelling. They should be interesting. Eventually, you want your two characters that are in love or going to be in love to be kind of equal. You want them to both have agency. You want them to both be likable. But so often, the woman is just shown as this idiot to set up the whole encounter. Maybe she's tripping over herself. Maybe she's fallen down a flight of stairs, or needs to be saved from a car barreling at her because she forgot how to cross the street. Suddenly, this woman who's probably the main character, probably the protagonist for this entire thing, is being shown as this complete and utter idiot. And then along comes the man to save the day. And this isn't necessarily a damsel in distress situation. This could be anything. This could be just someone being stupid. It could be a woman coming up to a random guy in a library and saying, "Oh my God, this guy's annoying me. I'll pretend like you're my boyfriend. Ha ha ha." Now, maybe that's appealing to some people. I think it's creepy if some woman came up to me and said, "Oh my God, this guy's bothering me. Pretend to be." I'd be like, you're doing that to me right now. What's your problem? I'm using that as an example because I've actually seen it. It's weird. It's just weird. Have your main characters act like regular people. Have them bump into each other in a normal way. You can have meet cutes that are still cute and appealing and neat and funny, and not have either one of them look like a vapid idiot. Number two, the douchebag. This guy's on multiple lists of mine. If you ever seen my video on lousy main characters, I don't get the appeal. Why are there so many dickheads in fiction? I just don't understand it. And I'm not talking about the villains. I'm talking about the people that you're supposed to root for, the love interest or the main character. Why are there so many assholes? I just don't get the appeal. I really don't. And this is like boy meets girl, boy's an asshole, girl keeps pursuing him. I don't get it. The story should end right there. You're a dick. Sorry. I just don't get it. I really don't. I mean, are we supposed to be rooting for this couple? I would rather see him get hit by a bus. Hey, I know it's a romance story, and we're going to see the guy go from bad boy to lover, and we want to see that journey, right? No, not me. Fuck that. Find someone else. Get out while you can. Number three, love triangles. Now, I know a lot of people love love triangles. Oh my God. But all I see when I look at a love triangle, and this could be like the dude with two women or a woman with two guys and can't decide. It's like, it just should stop right there. It just should stop. One of the three people should just walk away. Or all three, or who cares? Every time I see someone can't make up their mind between two people, I'm just like, you're an asshole. You're stringing these two people along. You suck. I'm not rooting for team whatever or team whatever. I'm just rooting for the main character who can't make up his or her mind to, get hit by a hot air balloon that's plummeting from the sky, right? I don't care, and I hate it. Number four is the breaking point. Now, any story is going to have a breaking point in their story beats. Almost every story, right? So the breaking point in a romance novel or a romantic arc is when the couple breaks up, right? And this is usually because something comes out that is unforgivable or bad news, or suddenly the truth comes out and something bad happens and they break up. But what usually happens is they go for this big, massive reveal of something horrible. And then a couple of chapters later, the characters are back together again, sucking face. And it's like, he just conned you out of tens of thousands of dollars. And 3 chapters later, you're back in bed with him. What gives? I read a story where the main character's love interest tried to kill her. Kill her! And they wound up together afterwards. Like, oh, I'm so, like, what do you say to come back from that? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to try to strangle you. It's awful. It is terrible. There are some instances where the breaking point, where they have to shove something in to drive a wedge between these characters, and the author makes it so bad that when the main character forgives him, it's like, what are you, an idiot? Are you stupid? I can't get on board with this. Some of these breaking points are just so bad, and the story beat itself makes sense. So I don't know that I can call this a trope. Maybe the trope is the horrible, the unforgivable, breaking point. And I'm just not buying it. It sucks. Number 5 is the girl with no agency. We see this in a lot of different genres, even if it's, kind of an action adventure or a fantasy book, where the female lead is some badass and she's got a sword at her hip and she's got daggers stuffed all in her bodice and she knows how to kill and fight and everything like that until she actually has to. And then the boy swoops in and, pulls her ass out of the fire or has to slay all the goblins for her. Or, maybe it's not something physical. Maybe it's he charges in and saves her with something else. In some romance novel, maybe she's, she's some baker and she's selling muffins and, she's not making good sales. And this guy swoops in, some millionaire from the city. Well, I'm going to take care of all your muffins and help you join the big muffin conglomerate that I own. Oh my goodness. And then the love starts blooming, For a successful or healthy relationship, I would think that the man and the woman should have equal agency. They should be equals in a partnership. One shouldn't supersede the other. There shouldn't be a situation where the woman is beholden to the man or dependent on the man or anything like this. But there's so many uses of this trope where the woman's trying to make it on her own and fails or stumbles, and along comes the guy who saves the day. I would rather see in the action adventure or medieval fantasy genre where the woman does do all the stabbing and killing and kicking ass herself, and the guy, maybe he's fighting alongside her, that's great, but she doesn't need him necessarily. Or he brings something of equal value to the table. Or if it's, the muffin lady, she's running a successful business. She doesn't need the man from the city with his millions of dollars. You can still have a romance. This guy comes in, hey, I want to buy some muffins. Didn't you already buy 3 dozen muffins last Wednesday? Well, yeah, I did, but I really like your muffins. Wink, right? And all of a sudden, off you go. That's great. But don't take away her agency. Don't make her some useless blob that just is helpless and needs this man to kind of come in and fix everything for her. And then she falls in love with him despite it all. It sucks. It just sucks. So that's all I got for you. 5 romantic tropes that I fucking hate. I'm curious to see what ones you hate. If you want to put them in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. If you like the video, please give it a like and please subscribe. I post every Thursday. If you want to follow me on social media, you can check out my webpage, jmchaley.com. And while you're there, check out my first chapter of my work in progress, A Flower in Hell. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching all the way through. Oh my God, you guys are the best. All right, for a special bonus for all of you faithful, my number ones, my chosen ones, grab your ukulele because we're going to get started, okay? We're going to do this, okay? Forget all that stuff I was telling you. Oh, no, don't forget about it because it was probably important. But this is not about that. This is about the ukulele. So let's grab your ukulele. We're going to do this, okay? I'm going to teach you a couple of chords, all right? So this is a concert scale ukulele, but any kind of ukulele that is tuned G, C, E, A will do the job. That's G, C, E, Kind of like My Dog Has Fleas, if you know that old song. My dog has fleas, right? Okay, all right. So I'm going to teach you 3 chords today. Okay, the first chord that I'm going to teach you is the C chord. The C chord is just 1 finger on the first string. So this is the first string. Right here, that very first string. It looks like it's a string on the bottom, but it's actually a string. They call it the top string. I know that's, to this day, I still don't understand why. But this is your A string, okay? So on your A string, you're going to fret 3 frets down right here. But you're going to play all 4 strings. And that right there, if you can see that, is the C chord, right? So try something here. Just try to kind of go, you know, use a finger, whatever finger feels comfortable for you. I guess I use my middle finger on mine. So take your middle finger or whatever finger you choose and put it on the 3rd fret of the first string. Here's your C, right? And then take it off. Put it on. You know, and then you can kind of get kind of a little strum going. Right? Play around with that. Second chord that I want to show you is the A. So the A is going to be your 3rd string, which is your C string. You can see that. It's right there, right? And then your G string, which is right there. So 1st fret on the C string, 2nd fret on the G string. And that is an A. Oops. So this one might take some doing if you're going to lift off and then put them back on again. Right? So because you get more than 1 finger in play here, so you may find you're like going, you know, and get those 2 fingers on there. All right? Well, that's okay. Slow it down, you know? So pretty soon you can kind of get like a... You know, if you want to throw in that C, all right, last chord I'm going to show you is the F chord. The F chord is very similar to the A chord, but instead of the 1st fret on the 3rd string, we're going to do the 1st fret on the 2nd string. This is your E string right here. Right? And just like the A chord, we're going to go back to that 2nd fret on the G chord. So these are your two strings, right? The A string, or sorry, the C string is open, the A string is open as well, right? So it's 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 4th string. Now what's neat about the F is you can easily, or relatively easily, go from F to A by moving this finger up to the 3rd string. There's your A, move it down to the 2nd string, F. 3rd string, A, 2nd string, F. This guy right here doesn't move, right? So you can kind of go back and forth between A and F. You know, and maybe you throw in a C. Here's an F. those three chords go together very, very well. You can play them in any kind of combination you want, back and forth, this way and that. You can play open, throw in that open, strings in there, and just play around with it. And if you don't have a ukulele, you should get one. They're fun. Have some fun. You're writing a book. You're writing a book. What are you going to do when you're not writing a book? Probably other stuff, but also maybe this. Okay, thanks for watching. You're my chosen ones.